When we come across the word carnival, it reminds us of the carnival in Brazil, in Venice, in London, in Spain, and elsewhere in the world. But when we hear Mardi Gras, it brings us easily to the United States of America, specifically New Orleans in Louisiana. There are also other places in the US where Mardi Gras is held, like in Alabama, Texas, Missouri, Florida, and California, but New Orleans is where the big action is. Carnival and Mardi Gras have both got to do with religious practices. Carnival is a prelude to Lent season, while Mardi Gras is the final day of revelry before Ash Wednesday, which is known as Fat Tuesday. Carnival is the period of revelry that in most countries begins on the 6th of January, which is a prelude to Lent season. During Lent, people would fast and abstain from such excess. Mardi Gras festivity also starts on the 6th of January and culminates on a Tuesday. That Tuesday is the last day to enjoy excess before going without. France called it Mardi Gras, Mardi as being Tuesday and Gras as being fat. That's the word Fat Tuesday. It is always scheduled 47 days preceding Easter. That is 40 days of Lent plus 7 Sundays. Mardi Gras started in Rome and in France during the 17th and 18th centuries. But France brought it farther out of its border, brought it to its colonies, including Louisiana. Which bring us now to Mardi Gras of New Orleans, Louisiana. If by this time you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please, if you don't mind, thank you. This year Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday is on March 1st, the last day to indulge in consuming unhealthy food like meat, fatty foods, and those with high concentrates of sugar like cakes, donuts, milk, cheese, and pastries. Others consider it as the last day for indulging in party, booze and flesh, or sex, and eating of meat for as much as they could before the start of Lent season, which they would have to pass on all of those. There are about 80 Mardi Gras parades scheduled to snake through the roads of New Orleans that started on January 6 and would last up to March 1st this year. Some of the scheduled routes are the French Quarter, New Orleans East, Uptown New Orleans, Covington, Pearl River, and Metairie. Participants of the Mardi Gras wear masks to hide their identity as they mingle with the crowd to engage in excessive partying, enjoyment and fun, eating, drinking, and maybe sex. Mardi Gras is enjoying what you have in abundance, starting on the 6th of January, and when it ends on a Fat Tuesday of either February or March, one would have had a great time prior to fasting during the Lent season. In New Orleans, most Mardi Gras celebrations are held in the 2 weeks leading up to Fat Tuesday. The biggest parade would be on the weekend before Fat Tuesday itself, which are expected to be visually impressive and colorful. There would be elaborate floats and foot parades. 3 options are available for people to watch the Mardi Gras parade. One can watch it right on the street, from the balconies, or in the grandstands built for the purpose. Of all the 3 options, The ground level provides the best option to see and enjoy the parade, as one can feel the proceedings and have a direct interactions with the parade participants. The manner of celebrating the festivity evolved through the years, from big parades to street processions of carriages to dazzling floats, as well as foot parades including horseback riders, which is now the Mardi Gras of today. The family of colors was also adopted as the Mardi Gras official colors, which is purple that symbolizes justice, green for faith, and gold for power. During the earlier times, the celebration of Mardi Gras had led to the destructive drunken parties and excessive pleasure, which led to waning in its popularity and was ultimately banned. Other reasons that led to its eventual banning were the World War I, the Prohibition, and the Great Depressions. To bring it back, a group of men organized a secret society that elevated the chaotic experience to an orderly and well-organized Mardi Gras parades and elegant balls. Not long after, more societies or groups came into being, which are now responsible for the successful continuation of Mardi Gras up to this time. Mardi Gras, as a celebration of life, involves the use of masks and costume by participants and elaborate colored feathers and capes. The costumes are not associated with mummies, bats, zombies, and the like, which are common during Halloween celebrations. Riders and or participants on the floats throw out beads, which are the common throws given to everyone celebrating Mardi Gras. They also throw coins, toys, and other trinkets to the crowds. Some women exposing their breasts during Mardi Gras could be found in the Upper Bourbon Street area and in the street of the French Quarter. Women bare themselves in exchange for beads or for some other favors thrown by people from balconies. As they say during Mardi Gras, wear a mask and let go all your inhibitions. And while Mardi Gras is what most tourists would love to see, when in New Orleans, one must also visit some coffee shops in the area or educate oneself among the best art museum and street arts in town, or experience the universal appeal of the jazz music and cocktail bars as well. Another big draw of tourists are the cemeteries. You may be wondering why. We must not forget that New Orleans is built on a swamp and is ranked third in most rainfall in the United States, that averages of about 56 rainy days a year. So the ground level is soft and watery. What these people do, they build above ground tombs, like little houses into which corpses are placed on top of one another. As the remains decompose, they are placed in a bag while coffins are destroyed to allow for new corpses to be placed inside. So, there you are. New Orleans has a lot to offer to tourists or visitors alike. But overall, Mardi Gras is the biggest draw of all. Come to New Orleans and see for yourself. This is for now. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well. Stay tuned on my next travel vlog. Thank you.